was Osseo who won an earlier match, and that was in a tournament, 2-0, and then they met later this year, and it was a Champlin Park 3-0 sweep, and they took home that match. So, one apiece as you're getting the final introductions. They had some transitions, and finally the Rebels here will get their lineups underway and with us as well. So Champlin Park, you're going to see at libero, number 3 is Chansing Yang. Outside hitter will be Eric Lohr, followed by Vega Yang, a setter. Number 6, Nat Tango, followed by Curtis Yang, also an outside hitter. Mo Jallo, he'll be the middle striker there and ready to take some action for, and also a basketball player here for the Rebels. And then Zavon Powell will be in the mid, joining us there as we get set and ready to go on this Tuesday night action. The Orioles 8-8. They've been coming in. They've got one player that's really trending to keep an eye on. That's number 15, Jackson Hardy. Service to start this match is set and ready for the officials to begin. Thanks for joining us again here on this QCTV Sports presentation. As we are ready to begin, apparently some instructions here being read by the head referee as they rotate out. They had the 7 to go. And they make the adjustment here for the service. It'll be the Rebels getting the first serve. And ready now to get this underway. And the Rebels will get things going here. Everyone waiting for that play. Here we set. Champlin Park on that first service. It's going to be Nat Tango on that serve. Lofting over, elevating, sending it over the net there, Osseo. Tipped back over. Osseo now elevates, and there's a tip. Good job. Good dig from the back line, and a kill shot that's dug. Good job to dig that one out here by the Rebels and keep it alive. Another run here, just the two-hand push over the top. Near side, kill attempt, good point. Good there for the Rebels, and Powell gets the first kill, the first point here this evening. 1-0 lead for the Rebels. They'll get another serve here as, again, it's Tango with the service. Good deep, good save on that back line. Kill, good, off the hand that time, trying to get up in that block was Jallo. It deflected off of him, and the point goes to Osseo, and Osseo also with the service here. Brandon Tadros on the serve. Tadros, good serve, heavy serve. Jallo sends it over, but a carry, whistled, and the point will go to the Orioles in Tadros. Next service point up in Tadros. And this Osseo team just getting better with each match. Good block up front by the Orioles. Back to the Rebels. Rebels on that back line, send it over. Moving it up near side, elevating on that kill, deflect, and the attempt to dig goes far out of play. Point awarded back to Osseo again. 3-1, 2 straight surface points for the Orioles. A miscue there, lost the serve on that turnover, and Work it back again on for the Rebels. Rebels up to serve here will be Eric Lohr. Lohr, a jump serve, power serve that time, impressive. Had some velo and some top spin. That's a tough combination to return. They cannot, and Lohr gets his first service points. We're tied at 3-3, first set. An errant serve turns that ball and the possession over to Osseo. They regain a 1-point lead. Braylon Towle on the serve, left hand. Miss hit, trying to send it from that back line off to the front with Lohr, and a miss hit. 5-3 lead. Interesting with this Braylon Towle. He's not only the captain, but he's just a sophomore. Has a couple of different serves. We'll talk about that later as well. Near the line, kill. Save here by Towle, and then sent right back over by the Orioles on their third hit. Jallo elevates. Good dig that time by Osseo. They'll set up. Sent over by the Orioles. Now the Rebels will try to reciprocate. Sent deep, tough play. And finally on the third, they send it over. Good save that time for Osseo. Getting ready to elevate for that kill. Timing off, near side. Finally, Osseo lights it up. That time it's Jackson Hardy. Hardy that time had to hesitate, but he was able to get it over the net. The block was not able to send it back over. In a 6-3 lead right now, early on here for Osseo in the first set. Some miscommunication. Finally, it's sent over by the Rebels. Trying to go extra deep, keep him along. With offset and a chance here. Miss hit on that kill attempt. Way beyond that back line. 7-3 lead, and it's been 4 straight points now for Osseo. You'll see Braylon Towle very poised and has a very good drop type of serve. This time, Jallo says, I got this one, and he buries it. Point and service goes back to the Rebels. That name may sound familiar. Certainly it does for me on the basketball team. A member there was Mo Jallo. He'll get his first service. Good heavy serve by Jallo. Near side. Good block. Got the hands up that time. It was an attempt by Jackson Hardy to hammer that one home on the attack, but an excellent block. Point goes to the Rebels. Down by 2. Jallo with another serve. Near side. Off the tape of the net. Thanks in large to that block. Excellent job of kicking that wall is Zavon Powell. He is a middle blocker. Osseo content with just getting it over. Kicked aside. Another player cuts in front. That's Osseo, and that time Towle cut in front of a teammate there, thinking he was going to be able to get to that ball, to no avail. And it's sent over again by Powell for that point. 7-7 first set. Good dig. Trying to send it to that far corner. There was Hardy. Elevating up here. Took too much off of it. Getting some height. And Kenny Van Gay that time unable to get it over. It is Jallo who would take a seat. We'll get you up to date on the numbers. 8-7 lead here for the Orioles. And the serve is Richard Towle. Reaching back big time. Good extension on that kill by Eric Lohr. And you could tell he reached back, got some extension, and buried it. Logan Thieling, a setter now in for the Rebels. Powell will take a seat. Also, Thielen will be serving his first service attempt of this match. To the front line, a little too tight to the front line, and it blocked in, trying to kind of perch it over the top. There was Vang, but much too close. Orioles 8-12, Champlin Park 5-14. 9-8 lead right now for the Rebels. Far side, good. Off the tape and making it happen there, Jackson Hardy. Had a chance to speak with the head coach. One of the coaches, Stephen Perkins, was one, and Rachel O'Neill is the game day coach for Osseo. And they had mentioned that Jackson Hardy is just one of those players the last 5 games has had some incredible numbers and playing probably the best thus far. Miss hit on the strike that time. Attacking was Tango, but the miss hit will give the point to Osseo. Still with the service is Richard Tao. Miscue a little too long. We're tied at 10-10 in this first set. Got Dan on the court at floor level. There's the shot coming from Dan. Tony on one camera, and Mark is here with us as well. Welcome on this QCTV Tuesday night volleyball. Presentation deflects. Point goes to the Rebels, and the Rebels are heating it up. I mentioned these two teams met twice this season, and it was Osseo who picked up a 2-0 win. That was in a tournament back on April 5th. And then Osseo came here to play the Rebels. That was on the 23rd of April, and the Rebels won 3-0. A save up front, tipping it over to the middle here. From the front line, elevating the set. Miss hit, got under it that time. Trying to hit it with a little vigor and some velocity, Tango, but the middle block that time he got under that ball instead. So the point goes to Osseo. It's 11-11. They have the serve. Kick back, that's Tao also on the serve. That one is variance Tao. A little chip, finding the open spot. Dive, a beach dig that time. Well done by the Rebels. Excellent job. Phenomenal dig to keep that ball alive by Jansing Yang. Now a 12-1, a 12-11 lead as that point went to the Orioles, and getting his second service attempt here is Variance Tao. Far side, good vertical. Miscue here, the point. And possession is going to go. I guess this will go to the Rebels, and that will put Jansing Yang, the libero, on the service line. 12-12, first set of this match. Some good velocity on that serve. Punching up, getting it, and getting the block. Beautifully done that time. Jallo says no, Lal. It's not going anywhere. Mo Jallo with the block. 1 point lead. Back the other way on the return for Osseo. Deflects. Yeah, deflected off of the Champlin Park player. I believe that was Eric Lohr. So the point is awarded to Osseo. 13-13, we're tied. Osseo on the serve. Move it up to that top line. They pitch it over the top of the net there. Push right back over, far side. Jallo goes with it, gets the kill there, and a block, and not enough. Inserting into the game that time for the Rebels was Mikey Williams. He was trying to get that block. The point for the Rebels, and now they have a 14-13 lead, and the serve, and that's Thieling. I stand corrected. That's Nat Tango on the serve. Nice little pitch shot and serve attempt. Whoa, coming out of nowhere, far side. Osseo with the kill, returned back by the Rebels, and this one over the top. A violation here, whistled. 2 double hits is what the call is here for Osseo. So now a 2-point lead. 15-13 lead for the Rebels. As Tango on the serve, a senior. Osseo sets, launches it over top. Back line, trying to come right back again with it. And in front, Osseo. Good save, trying to elevate. Got the elevation, could not get that kill. The place over. Attempt was by Powell. Also just into the game is Curtis Yang. He was a starter and rotated out right at the start. Service, Osseo. They're down by 1, 15-14. Tipped over. Controlled by Osseo. Return, miscommunication, drops right next to Jallo. I think he thought another teammate was going to get there instead. We're knotted at 15-15. Here in the first set, Osseo is on the service. Good topspin, jump serve. Jallo got it. Placed it strategically just in front of that back line. He elevated and had some good technique on that kill. And the Rebels with that take a 1-point lead, 16-15. And now the serve as well. Eric Lohr on the jump cut or jump serve here. A little long. Just long, and it is a point that will go the way to Osseo here, 16-16. The Orioles come in as the number 9 seed, and Champlin Park the number 8 seed. A little dribble over the top, nonchalant. Catching Osseo off guard that time. Tango with the strategic move, 17-16, 1-point lead for the Rebels. And the serve. Head coach for the Rebels, Sammy Hilly. She played some college volleyball at Wisconsin River Falls. Good pound serve that time by Jallo. Near side, puts it up, gets the tip, and it drops in front of the back line. Defender there for the Rebels, and the point. And the serve will go to Osseo, 17-17. Truly, Jackson Hardy been playing so well, 74 kills on the season. Drops it off, extension, gets it, holding on, making that save. One again, good location, Hardy. He goes up, they go up for that block. It's got so much top spin on and it's so heavy it drops. And you can't quite get the location to block that one. 1-point lead for the Orioles. First set, left-hand serve. Long. That was Richard Towle with that attempt for the serve for the Orioles. We're knotted at 18-18, and re-entering here is Logan Thielen, a senior or junior rather setter. Lofted. And in front, near side. Hardy is everywhere with his kill shots. This one, kind of a miscue, like a change of pace. I'm not sure if he intentionally changed the pace on it, but Variance Towle that time found a home for that return on the Rebel side of the court. So it's a 1-point lead now, 19-18 for the Orioles. Jaden Bang on the serve. Drops it down, killed good, clean as it landed. Just missed an opportunity there to try to dig or save was Richard Towle. And we're tied at 19-19. And Ben Jong I stand corrected. That is Curtis Yang in on the serve. Rebels. Counter here. Deflected off the block that time by the Rebels. Falls out of play, and the point goes to Osseo to get the serve back once again, and that's variance towel. Getting ready to create some gap. Up by just one. Osseo. Set for that service return. Front line. It dropped a little low. It's going to be a double hit. That time the set was too close to the net by Vang. Nothing they could do with it at that point. We're tied at 20-20. Quickly, Osseo, not only a point, but the service back. James Vang. Service here and set up a little deep. More front, trying to re-tip Jallo. Jallo goes right back up, sends it over just past the block attempt. And it's blackjack night. We're tied at 21. Two very evenly matched teams. There has not been a lead any bigger, I don't believe, than 3 points here in this first set. Rebels on the serve. Tied at 21. That's wide. Out of play. Point goes to the Rebels. They're up 22-21 here in this first set. This one's going to be long. Got just under that a bit. Good power, but could not close it up. That was Brennan Tadros. Timeout here is whistled, and it's a 2-point lead. Kind of that win probability rate here in favor of Champlin Park. Probably at about a 70% of win probability as the 2-point lead. And the service for the Rebels. Welcome to this, the first section tournament for Minnesota, state of Minnesota in boys volleyball. Andover's in section 7. And I want to believe, and we have Anoka also coming up. Anoka is also in the same section 8. So Anoka will be playing Maple Grove on the 29th. Meanwhile, the winner here will take on Rogers, the number 1 seed in the section. And for a while there, Rogers was the number 1 team in the state. State rankings right now has them as the number 4 seed. 4th ranked team in the state, but talking to the Osseo coach before the game, and he said, that's just a great team. I've never seen a team that can elevate over top of the blocks and get the vertical for their kill shots. Just an overall strong team. We're set. 2-point lead. The Rebels with the serve. Trying to bring it back too hard. Too long. Tadros again. Just went a bit long. 3-point lead now. 24-21. Chance for the Rebels to take the first set. Yang with the service. Knocking on the door. Good save. Nope, just wide. 24-22. And the serve and the point goes to Osseo. Quickly back in. On that front line will be Hardy for Osseo. Serve here. Some good top spin. Good dig. Elevating. Got it. Point. And the win will go to the Rebels. A good kill, elevated, and some great conviction on that kill by Lohr. The Rebels take home the first set, 25-22. We'll return with more volleyball here in just a moment.
have the players love it as much as I did and do everything that they can to be the best player that they are in it.
Well, since last year, I was like, I really wanted to play boys volleyball, and then I started taking the class in gym, so I decided, yeah, I'm going to come out and try out, and luckily, I was able to make varsity.
Coaching boys, is you can have more fun, you can goof around with them, and they still get better. Girls, you kind of need to be more serious with them to get the improvement out of them. Watch out.
I joined boys volleyball because, you know, coming to high school, I didn't have any friends, and the friends that I made played volleyball, so I decided to get closer to them, I'll play volleyball.
This season, I'm mostly excited for just the sport being sanctioned. That's what I'm most excited about. It's been pretty fun. We could work on some things, but it's mostly been pretty fun, yeah.
So I have a couple of club players and I have a couple of brand new players, some that played football, basketball, or track, and so I kind of just started at the square one with everybody.
It's really fun. I enjoy coming out, playing with the team every day. Each week something new, especially with this crew of guys we got. I feel like we're coming together as a team.
The goal is definitely to make it to sections and just overall build better chemistry with the team and just be better.
This season, I was hoping to make state.
Well, hopefully it's nice. I want to win sections and go to state for something. You know, I've came close multiple times playing other sports here, like football and basketball. We've came this close, so hopefully I can break the curse for me personally and go to state.
My goals is to start a great program, making sure all the players are bought in and show that they love this sport.
Boys high school volleyball. Champlin Park took the win on that first set. Back and forth. The largest lead of that set came at the end of that first set, 25-22, 3 points. Some softball that took place earlier. This in section semifinals. Blaine defeated Anoka 4-1. And now Blaine advances to take on Andover in girls softball. That game is going on right now. The winner of that matchup between Andover and Blaine will put the winner in the championship game versus Forest Lake. Have to be played here in just a couple of days. Some updates for you on girls softball. Of course, high school baseball also in full postseason mode as well. Get you some of that schedule as well as we proceed. Back on the floor here's the official matching up jerseys and names and numbers. Good matchup in that final match of the regular season. That was at Osseo High School. Champlin Park won their 3 sets, 25-19, 25-17, and 25-13. Set to go. Osseo now on the serve. Near side. Sent over by the Rebels. And Osseo reciprocates. Now a look. Far side trying to elevate, getting some juice and getting some height. After getting a game-winning point for the Rebels to take home that first set, Eric Lohr gets the first point of this second set and also provides his Rebel teammates the first serve here of this second set. Nat Tango, middle blocker senior, sends it into the net. Turnover on the serve. When you look at Diggs and some of the top players, I'm going to give you some of those because one is on the court here tonight, is one of the top players to get the Diggs and sending a favor right back. Todd Rose that time misses on his serve. It's 2-1. The lead for the Rebels, and the Rebels have the lead, or excuse the service. Good power. Again, that's Lohr. Perching it over. Kick back. Kill. Good dig. Excellent dig. Keeps it alive on that back line. Osseo now moves forward. Hardy punishes the ball on the block. And the point will go to Osseo. 2-2. Both teams just getting modest leads, exchanging 1 point at a time. And now the chance here for Osseo on the serve. A quick push over that time. Of the ball now. A good block, but the kill on that far side goes to Nicholas Yang Vang, a senior. He got up, they had the wall set, but it was deflected and landed on the Champlin Park court side. Here we go, quick nonchalant move over it. Second time that's worked today. Very subtle maneuver as Tango looks one way and sends it over for the point. 3-3. Here in the second, Jallo with a heavy serve. Tipped back over by Osseo, finding it, setting it, elevating. Shot here, save is made after the block. From the back line, unleashing a shot. Perching this one, I think that may have been close to being out, but a save. Hardy kicks it over, a no look, send over, and they call it a carry, I believe, or a double hit. And the service goes back to Osseo at 4-3. Honors on the serve here, Richard Towle. Left hand serve, tips that tape. Set back and got back over again, and this one's going to fall on a play after the return. Some great play there, and you're seeing Jackson Hardy tallying up the points. Error on the serve. It goes right back to the Rebels. A 5-4 lead for Osseo. Again, neither of these teams have been able to get a streak going between, runs of, say, 5-6 points on a service. Not much of a streak in that first set, but see if they can get it going here in the second. A violation whistled on the Rebels, and service goes back to Osseo here at 6-4. They have the 2-point lead. Jaden Vang gets the serve, hits the tape, falls on the Rebel side after hitting that tape just very enough, took the pace off, and a point goes to Osseo. First set took 25 minutes, 22 seconds. Service again on that point here, and it goes back to the Rebels. Curtis Yang with the serve into the net. Three-point lead right now for Osseo. Near side, boy, getting some height, getting great vertical that time. And just a power kill shot by Tango. Gets the point for the Rebels, and the serve comes with it. Spoke with the Osseo head coach before the game and just said, hey, what didn't go right in that second match versus Champlin Park? I'll give you more here. And there's A miss hit that goes out of play. Back to within now one are the Rebels, 8-7, and they have the serve. Champlin Yang drops it over the top. Temp there, good block. Trying to reset, reload. Todras that time sends it to the far side of the court. In front, set. Good spin to get over the top. Jallo sticks with it. Good dig, one-hand dig. Collision for two of the Rebels players, and finally over by Champlin Park. Near the net. Todras that time. Hits it blocked. Back in. Osseo, this is the longest point in volley of the game after the block off of Osseo. Point is awarded to the Rebels, and we're tied at 8-8. On a three-point run right now with the serve. Make that four. Champlin Yang. 4 straight service points, and now a 9-8 lead for Champlin Park. 5-14 on the season. Champlin Yang is what we call maybe ITZ in the zone. And then he mishits. I cursed the poor guy. Unforced error that time on the service. Rebels had just taken a 10-8 lead. Now 10-9 in Osseo. Perch serve that time. Tried to drop it. Jallo tries to drop it over the net. A block that time, and a point given to the Rebels at 11-9, now the lead. Rebels serve, drop it, the front. Elevating, Tatros, good block on that wall. Heavy kill that time for the Rebels. Continuing to impress there is Zavon Powell, the junior. Finds a home for that, the middle blocker. 3-point lead now for the Rebels, just tips the net on the tape. A set here coming. Far side. He can reach, and he can power down a kill shot as good as anyone. Eric Lohr with another. He extended that 13-9 lead now for the Rebels here in the second set. And they'll take a timeout. That would be Osseo. On that timeout, the standings in the Northwest Suburban Conference as they ended the season have Rogers on top. Rogers with a record of 22-1. They took home the Northwest Suburban Conference. In second was Anoka. The Tornadoes 11-1. Ended up with 11 points. Overall record of 18-6. Andover finished third at 9-3. In Spring Lake Park also tied for third there with Andover at a mark of 9-3. Meanwhile, for Champlin Park, they finished 3-9, and Osseo finished 2-10. It was Centennial, the last place team in that Northwest Suburban Conference first year. So first and only year for Maple Grove in the Northwest Suburban Conference and boys high school volleyball back in play. The Rebels on the serve, the jump serve. Knuckling its way over. Osseo. Tadros that time, far side. Hits it over. Osseo with another chance here. Tadros elevates big time. Good block and a punch over the top. It was a two-hand shot guided over that time by Mikey Williams. Osseo will get the serve, down by 3. Tadros with that serve. A kill attempt there, had the height. Jallo certainly had the vertical necessary, but just hit it a little low on the ball into the net. 13-11. Osseo also on the serve. Tadros his second service attempt. Tipping it right there, right over the top. No one to challenge that time. Both Jallo and Lohr were right there. They just had to be careful that they both didn't tip it at the same time. Point for the Rebels, 14-11 in the serve. Eric Lohr unleashes a high velocity serve. Near side, rejected. It hit the wall, the block it did. Peeled off. A good wall, but the point will go to Osseo as after that block deflection, it fell out of play. Osseo now serving, 14-12, near side. Boom time up, unable to control. Wow. Zavon Powell bangs that home. And the point for the Rebels, 15-12. Jallo is on the serve. Quick dig, trying to get it back. A great block. And unbelievable time of hang time, it looked that time for Variance Towel as he hung in the air, suspended, and then hit that kill shot, got the point after deflection. 2-point lead and the serve for Osseo, 15-13. Coming in, miscue there, just tried to dig with one hand, couldn't quite rescue that ball. The Rebels awarded the point, 16-13. Thielen, the junior with the serve. Lofts it over the top. Set on that front wall. No look. Set too wide. Missing. (16-13). Correction, 17-13. Well, now they're a little confused. Because the ball, they awarded it to the Rebels rolled it back to Osseo. 4-point lead, critical time as we get closer to that 20 mark. 4-point lead, jump serve, kind of a mini jump serve by Thielen, gets it over. 4-point lead, Rebels on the service, make that a 5-point lead, the largest lead of either set right now for the Rebels. At 18-13, Thielen on the service for this one again, and see if they can put a run together. That is the Rebels. Kicked up, set here, far side. Good block, and then trying to get out of the way on the block. Nothing he could do. An excellent block there by Osseo. Some good power on that. Momentum on that kill by Van Gay, but when they blocked it, came back over. He tried to get out of the way because he was standing out of bounds, and it hit him. So point goes to Osseo, and here's the serve by the Orioles. Good block attempt. They'll get a chance to reset. Tadros just tries to send it over, and a quick, swift kill from just off the line. And finding a great placement there, Osseo. Good location. Orioles stick with it. Cut into this deficit. At once a 5-point lead for Champlin Park. Down now to just a 3-point lead at 18-15, and he's looking for the ball. That's Jaden Vang finally gets it, and he's set for the service here. Looked like almost a double hit, but the block, and it goes to Osseo. They block and send it right back over the Rebel side. excellent job in front, mustering up this surge here late for Osseo. Down now by 2, 18-16 with the serve. Sending it over. Good chance here for the Rebels as they reload. Oh, a reach back. And burn that one over the net. Vega Yang. Wow. Hammered that one through. Crushed his way to a point. Now a 3-point lead. Rebels. 19-16 in the serve. They'll save and send it over on the third. And to find a gap, they approach, kill attempt here. Deflected, point goes to Osseo. Good job sticking with it, continuing. Brennan Tadros. Point for Osseo, and the serve at 19-17. Orioles are down. Almost too deep. They make the save, launch it in front, and the point for Osseo. 19-18. Long. That service error could be costly for Osseo at 8-12. Their third matchup this season against the Rebels. They lose their service on a long serve. Good power serve. Finding the line, did it? Yes, point goes to the Orioles. (20-9) right now is James Vang on this serve. Got the block, but it dropped on the Orioles side of the net. Rebels will get it back with a 2-point lead in the serve. 21-19. Vega Yang with this serve. Sets it close. Block. Save. Now coming right back far side. Too long. Just got under that one. On the kill attempt by Lohr. And it's 21-20. Neither team can really break away, although the Rebels have had a 5-point lead. This serve goes into the net. The last two service attempts for Osseo have resulted in a turnover and points to the Rebels. The Rebels back to a 22-20 lead, a 2-point lead. And the serve. And Lohr with this power serve. Up near the beams, and now just going to try to pitch it over. He'll set it to the front line, far side, near side, countering this one. Hits the line, no, just long. Probably a couple of inches. Good eyes by the linesman. As Powell had to compromise, looked a little off balance, so he just kind of tried to loft it over that back line of the Oriole players, and it went beyond the back line out of play. 1-point lead, and Osseo on the serve, directed back from the back line to the front. Tough set right on the doorstep that time. Goodness, you could tell. Good play. Jackson Hardy that time didn't quite get what he wanted on that initial kill attempt. Reciprocated, came back, waited, and that time when they tried to set it to the front line, the Rebels, it carried over towards Hardy, who was waiting on the other side, and that's an easy tap down for a point. So we're tied at 22-22. This game mimics a lot of that first set as well, although the Rebels have had a 5-point lead, the largest of either set here in this second set opportunity. So Other Section 8A volleyball action, St. Michael, Albertville, the number 2 seed. They're waiting to take on the winner of Elk River and St. Cloud Tech. That game's going on tonight. And then Bemidji and Coon Rapids. Coon Rapids number 6, Bemidji number 3. Those two play on the 29th. One set lead for the Rebels, but we're tied here in the second, and it's tied at 22-22. The official having a discussion with what they call the game day coach, Rachel O'Neill, for the Orioles. And we're ready here for the serve. Braylon Towle. Tipped, getting it just enough. Back up again, Osseo. They'll send it over. Far side, that's set, and that's long, and he hit it anyway. Long side, elevating, deflects, and it lands in. Resourceful. Excellent effort by Jackson Hardy. One-point lead for Osseo, and they have the serve. Miss hit on that, Braylon Towle. They do it all. The sophomore, who's the captain on the squad, gets a chance to serve for the second set. And a timeout whistled by Champlin Park, I believe. When you look at some of the numbers in the state, I pulled those up. And in terms of digs, Towle is currently 15th in the state with 189 digs. Phenomenal player. But on the other side as well, from his service points, also doing a great job with the service. He has 12 service aces. Leading the team with 21 service aces is number 21, Jaden Vang. But getting the serve here and a chance to take the second set is Osseo. Orioles for the win on this serve. (24-22). Braylon Towle on that serve. There's the kill. Buried it. Whoa. That was heavy and had some serious velo attached to it. And the Rebels counter. Now they're down by just one. Chance to tie it on the serve here by Jallo. Jallo gets it over. The return misses. Chance here. Finds it. Good dig near the bounds line. Finally lofted over by Osseo. This to tie. Tries to find a great dig. Kicking back again. Far side. Rebels with a chance and the save. Near side. Walker hits, and they award the point. It came back to Osseo, and Osseo takes home the second set. Osseo wins the thriller 25-23. The second set, both squads now tied. One set apiece will return for the third in this Section 8 competition. Boys High School Volleyball coming your way on QCTV.
People don't realize the intensity level of this sport. Some of the guys last week from football came out and watched us, and they were all pretty impressed that we were actually running plays. Bo was in it to win it, and so are we. We're all for it.
So I used to play when I was younger, like through the YMCA or whatever, as a little kid. I definitely enjoyed it because growing up I played with all the boys, so it was definitely a lot of fun.
At Anoka, every year we do our senior powder puff where all the girls get to play flag football with the guys coaching it, and It was a really fun experience for me. So when Coach Bo and Trey came up to me and told me, hey, they're starting a league, I thought it'd be so exciting.
Flag football here for the girls. This is really its second year in the state. First year at Anoka. There was a small group last year that kind of piloted it. Now we've expanded it. There's 44 teams in the state. Vikings are involved, really kind of trying to push and elevate the sport this year. So we're real excited about it.
I really like the agility part of it. It's taught me a lot of new moves, offensively and defensively. It's just training is so much fun.
Well, I mean, our goals is, to become the best version of ourselves that we can be, and I think this sport kind of gives us another thing that we can do as a school and as a community that everybody can get behind.
There's also only 5 people on the field for offense and defense, but we still are running plays. We're still working as hard as I think football guys do. I mean, we're practicing after most of us have already practiced for other sports, so it's like double practices a day, and we're still putting in the work.
I think it's gonna upscale really fast because just the level of girls we have at Anoka who want to play, and I'm sure other schools too. I feel like it's gonna grow really fast, and it'll benefit a lot of girls.
Welcome back here for set number 3. Tied at 1 apiece. You saw just before we returned some highlight views from girls high school softball. It was Anoka who lost to Blaine earlier today, and then the winner of that game takes on Andover. That is in play right now. The winner of the Blaine and Andover girls softball game for Section 7 will take on Forest Lake for the championship in just a couple of days. So we'll keep you posted on that score as it evolves. Tough loss for Maddie Frecking and the Tornadoes today as their season comes to an end with a loss to a tough Blaine squad. Thanks for joining us. Joe Rulin and team with you on QCTV. Third set just underway. Osseo sends it over. A little boom time. Saved on that kill attempt. Powell reciprocating the other side, now getting a rebound. Lower wastes no time and buries that, drills it home. First set took 25 minutes. The second set took 23 minutes. The two teams pretty snug, 1 or 2 points separating them throughout the first 2 sets. Block, point goes to the Rebels. You can tell Eric Lohr just enjoys this game, just the biggest smile in his efforts. 2-0 lead. Rebels in with the serve. Vega Yang with the serve. The set. Burying it on the near side. Had to have some great angle on that one, did Mo Jallo. And Mo Jallo buries that, crushes it. An early 3-0 lead for the Rebels. Vang on the serve. Set in the front, trying to tip and redirect over. Osseo had saved. Another chance here. Couldn't get the kill, so just redirected it over. Did Osseo. Jallo says, get that ball over here, and he buries that. 4-0 lead early here for the Rebels as we open up set number 3. I mentioned I talked to the Osseo coaches before the game. They just said, hey, we need to start hitting our spots in this game against the Rebels. I feel like we've improved our blocking in the front and cut down on the service errors if we're going to beat the Rebels tonight. They're tied 1 set apiece. Tadros unleashes the kill. And right off of The blocker in front was Jallo, who sent that on the deflection way beyond the end line, and the point obviously goes to Osseo. Tadros ready to serve. Orioles come in 8-12. Perched over by Champlin, rearing back, and that one is just long on the kill attempt by Hardy. He reached back for that one, and that just went long. 5-1, the point awarded to the Rebels. Lower on the serve. Long, he reciprocates. Ball goes back to Osseo. Playing that 6-2 formation for the Orioles. Getting the serve again here will be Braden Towle. Braylon Towle, first service attempt of this third set. Just a mishit that time on a set attempt by James Vang. Vang on the season has 147 sets, leading the points. Richard Towle first on the team with 163 for the Orioles. There's that set, deflects off the wall in front by the Rebels, falls out of play, so Osseo gets that point. And the serve, 6-3 now, the deficit for the Orioles. Richard Towle ready to go here. Left-hand serve hits the bottom of the net. They talked about what they need to clean up on. Those service errors are huge, and both teams have had their share. Osseo maybe just a few more service errors thus far tonight. But here we go. Rebels with the serve and the 4-point lead. Blocked this time. The point's going to go to Osseo as the deflected kill attempt is out of play. Back again to Osseo. 7-4. Good look there. Drops. Goes, and now on a run. A chance here for Jaden Vang. Vang, by the way, first on the team in serve aces, gets another one there. Good block. And a good point. Osseo's on a run, 4-point run right now. That's 7-6. That's a 3 service point run. Vang chips it over. Now set front wall on the far side, reaching way back. And powering that home was Vega Yang. Serve now, Rebels. Curtis Yang, 2-point lead. The block couldn't find it at first for the Rebels. Send it here to the nerd side. Just a quick burst on that jump. Some hops, but their burst of hops. Yang capitalizes. He's one of the captains. And we'll see here if the Rebels can stack some service points. Curtis Yang unleashes the jump serve. The set, just a miscue, maybe a bit overzealous for the Rebels. Approaching the net, and he kind of called off that kill attempted variance towel. So he just chipped it over, and coming up to get the block, hit it Aaron and knocked it out of bounds to the Rebels. Holy cow. Climbing the ladder and burying this one was Nat Tango. Wow. That looked like a 6-foot ladder that he climbed and got the vertical and send that thing straight south, heading towards the line. Good kill. 3-point lead. Rebels, they chip it over now. save here. Rebels again will get a look. Reaching up, trying to dig. It goes off the Osseo defender. And a duplication, maybe a triplicate scenario. Eric Lohr on the kill. 4-point lead. Rebels on the move here. That's a turnover on the service that time. Champlin Yang had put together 3 straight points on his service, was trying to go on the near side line here, and it went wide. Back to Osseo. Osseo, bang on the serve. Gets that single. Down by 3. Reaching up and sending it south. Lower again. My goodness. Crushing that kill. Serve and a 4-point lead. Rebels. A little off-speed chip over the top of the net, dropping it. This one's long. Osseo thought maybe it got someone. They did. They appealed, and that was the case. It got someone from the Rebels, a tip of someone. Hence, it floated long, a point for Osseo. Into the net. Quick turnover. Not able to capitalize and build any of those points. That time, Osseo. It was Brennan Tatros on that serve. A huge jump, not just the average jump serve. That thing has some vertical when it's released by Lohr. As a result, Osseo tries to return. It goes wide. 5-point lead. And the serve here for Eric Lohr, a senior. Into the net. Turnover on the service there. So they're going to dial it up here, see what they can get going. Left-hand serve. Braylon Tao. Right-hand kill shot. Powell. That's the perfect name when you're on that front line and hitting continuous kill shots. That name, last name, Powell. Zavon Powell gets the kill and a 5-point lead now for the Rebels. Jallo with the serve. On the front block, point goes to Osseo. Not much movement. They got the wall up in front to try to block it. Did the Rebels, but it deflects off of a Rebel defender, and the point with Osseo. 15-11. Left-hand serve, long. Rebels have extended their lead now to 5. That's the largest any team has had over one another in either of these first 2 sets. This now the third. 16-11. Service for the Rebels. Reaching back, set here in the front. Elevating, good block. Regain, now they're going to have to usher it over. Tadros does that. To the front line. Kill. Just getting the hand, and may have been long, but Vega Yang squared up, hit that over, and on that back line, it was the Orioles trying to just get some sort of hit on it to sustain that point. They could not. It's 17-11. The 6-point lead is the largest either team has had in this match so far. The first set, that went the way of Champlin Park. They won that 25-22. And then Osseo was down by 5. They bounced back and took the second set. 25-23. Good news, you win tonight. The other side of that news, the other team advances who wins tonight in this Section 8, the inaugural high school volleyball season. for boys. But then the winner of this match takes on the number 4 ranked team in the state. Some think it could be one of the best teams in the state. It's the number 1 seed in Section 8, and that's Rogers. And Rogers also picked up the Northwest Suburban Conference with an impressive record this season. 6-point lead. A couple of balls come bouncing in. And Logan Thielen, the junior, serves it on over with a 6-point lead for the Rebels. Reaching back, a good block. Lands back on Osseo territory. Near side, trying to dig. Excellent job by the Rebels to keep it alive, and then sent over too much. A little too much pop on that send over by Nat Tango, and the point goes the way of Osseo. Jaden Vang, third on the team in digs with 72. Well, now serve. He leads the team in service aces. He has got a couple here tonight. Elevating from that back line, not unable to get it over the net was Lohr. 17-13. Osseo slowly cutting into that 6-point deficit. Perched over that time. McLean, batted there, deflects, another point Osseo. They're stacking it together. Service again here. Jaden Vang. Down by 3, Osseo. Approaching here. Rebels, it's reset. Osseo, far side. Sends it across and over. Kill here, deflects, goes out of play off of Osseo on that back line. Award goes to the point, to the Rebels. 18-14. Just out. The serving error. 18-15. Osseo with a chance to get ever so close. They do on the miss hit by the Rebels on the return of serve. 18-16. Quick there, no one at the doorstep, and kind of an uncontrolled dig and return by the Rebels, and it was right at the doorstep, and standing there waiting to cash that in was Mikey Williams. He says thank you very much, Mikey Williams, with now 28 kills on the season, and we're within 1. It's an 18-17 lead, as the Orioles will not go away, down by as many as 6 here in this third set, and they've battled back to within 1. Osseo on the season started with a win over Centennial. Just couldn't quite stack. They stacked their last 2 games of the year, wins against Coon Rapids and Fridley, and looking for the 3rd straight set win here tonight. The Rebels, meanwhile, started their season 0-3. Stacked a couple of wins versus Centennial and Robbinsdale Armstrong. But coming into tonight, they have lost, the Rebels, their last 7 sets. Service chance to tie. Osseo. Tipped over, saved, good job. Nope, it's going to drop out, and they've tied it up. Orioles have battled back. 18-18. Good hard serve. Swatting it over, gets to the front line to the Orioles. Loading this one. Tadros that time, Brandon. Tadros has had a challenging night, gets that kill, and that will give Osseo the lead by 19-18 here in this third set. Miscue on the serve, but still able to hit it over on the third attempt. The Rebels down low, the miss hit. Just hit that open hand, not much in terms of leverage on top of the ball that time at point of contact, and that miss hit by Mikey Williams as a point given to Champlin Park. We're tied at 19-19. Rebels get it back. Set there by Yang. Far side, when he can reach back, and that set is in his slot. There's no denying Eric Lohr. Wow. That reach back and that point of impact is impressive. Point goes to the Rebels, and the serve at 20-19. Into the bench, trying to save. They will on that third. Reaching back again. Excellent dig by the Orioles. They slap that thing over and ring it over the net. A tip, redirect, Jalo. Beautiful dig and save. Osseo trying to get it, and Jalo again gets to deflect after attempting to block. Was Williams that went off of his hand. And now the Rebels have put together two consecutive service points. That one just drifted. You could tell he got under it and not on top of it, and it just floated off course. 21-20. Back again here. Orioles with the serve and a 1-point deficit. Launching the serve over now. Reaching back, and that ball came up to us, close to us in front here on this bounce. That kill shot has, I tell you, some get up and go. Point goes to the Rebels. Unable to return that kill shot by Lohr. 22-20. Rebels on the serve. On the return, Tadros. Beautiful. Even a better dig after the nice kill attempt there by Tadros. They'll set him up again. Nope, they'll go near side. They tip, try to redirect. Need to get this one over. Beautiful save by the Rebels. Launching to get that over. Back over. Counter attack here. And that's set a little too far back for Powell. Now in the middle. Set. Powell gets a look. Not much on it. Just sends it over. Tadros tries to tip it over. Sent right back to him. That allows him to reset. A good point here. Good length here. Dipping it. Trying to save it. Now back over. A block put down. Osseo with a hard-earned point. It's probably the longest point of the evening, and we're at 22-21. Osseo earns that serve along with the point. As you can see, the replay here, just constantly back and forth, these two teams battling. Tadros with the serve. Got this one over. Struggled with his last couple. Kill. Reaching up. Pow! Bang time. Hammers that one home. Serve goes back to Champlin Park along with the point. 23-22. Osseo. A good kill. Hardy sticks with it. The block disrupted it, but couldn't send it right back over to deflect. Now it's 23-22, this familiar territory here tonight for both teams. One set aside. Left-hand serve, reaching up. Good job, Jalo. Now he tips it right back over. Osseo unleashes one here, gets just under it. Just missing on that attempt was Nicholas Yang Vang. 2-point lead and a chance service set here for Jalo. Jalo a chance for the second set. Serve is over. Near side, tip, save. Powell finds an opening and finds the win for Champlin Park. Not always about the velo, but that time it's about the location. And it turns to be a 25-22 win in favor of Champlin Park. They have won now 2 of 3 sets. We'll return with the 4th set here in just a moment.
So we have a lot of strengths. We're a pretty senior-laden group, a lot of returning starters.
We produce runs when we need to, and we make plays when we need to. I think we do really well at working together and competing together, having good communication. And I think we have the team to win state this year. One thing we can improve on is just not getting down on ourselves when we're down in a game.
And we lost by 1. It was a very close game, and this year we'll definitely get them in that championship game.
They've been together for 3 years now. Last year we had a phenomenal year. This year, better leadership, as they get older. We just have a great group of kids.
Just everything about this team, our chemistry together, we get along so well on and off the field. We just all love each other no matter if we mess up or not, and we just love each other regardless.
My goal is just to kind of keep these girls positive, working in the positive direction, working together, and building off their strengths.
My goals this season are to not give up an earned run, to, pitch really well for my team, keep my team in games, and to hit well, I guess, yeah.
Love to run the bases well. Our defense is great. Our bats are even better. Pitching in the circle is amazing. I think this is going to be one of the best years Champlin Park has had in a very long time. So we're in for a great season.
Hi, my name is Rachel Bonesock. I am the co-founder and executive director of Northern Stars Center for the Performing Arts. We are a performing arts center that brings you theater, dance, and music year-round with all ages and all abilities. If you are 4 to 104, we welcome you. We are a big family at Northern Stars, and we love to have everybody in the community support and be a part of what we have available for everyone. We are always looking for volunteers. We run on volunteer support at Northern Stars. So if you're interested in volunteering for anything, any of our events that are upcoming, we do theater, dance, and music. And we have a large event center that we hire artists, professional artists to come in and entertain the community as well as our theater. We would love to have you join us.
Welcome back. Thank you, Mark. As we are set here for set number 4, 2-1 lead goes the way here for the Rebels. Looking up for the score again, Blaine defeated Anoka Girls High School softball in section semifinals. So that ends the season, unfortunately, for a very good Tornado squad. And currently right now, Andover's taking on Forest Lake. Or taking on Blaine, rather. The winner of that will play Forest Lake here in just a couple of days in the section championship. Right out of the gate, beautifully blocked, walled up that time. And a point goes to Osseo to begin set number 4. Reaching back, beautiful wall on the block by Osseo. They'll get another chance. No, swatted over. That time, Mikey Williams swatted that over like I would if I saw a snake. I just kind of quick got rid of it. And right back over, he gets the point. 2-0 lead for the Orioles. Serving honors, James Vang. Tipped over. Foul there. Good save in front of the bench. And then it hit the curtain right over the top of the net. That obstruction will give the Rebels the point. That time you had a chance to see some good hustle by Jaden Vang. Went over to save it. I couldn't tell if he went over to get a quick drink of water or save the ball, but I probably could have done both. Good hustle to save, but unable to get it to clear the net or the obstruction over the top. This one unforced error here as a set that unfortunately just went off the arms that time in the wrong direction for the Rebels. Let's see how the Orioles respond. Reaching back, Powell. That set was way behind him. Chipped over the top on that tip. Again, back towards the bench. Another save by Osseo. This time they're able to get the third shot over. Powell reaches back, but too much under that ball. Osseo will get the point and the serve. Serve here is Brennan Tatros. Tatros with the serve. Dig. Winding up, and that's wide, I thought. Up the kill was good. Just inside by Jallo, and is point for the Rebels on the serve here. Unable to stack any points on the serve. A 5-2 lead. A 5-2 lead goes now for Osseo on that missed serve by the Rebels. Here we go. The serve, and now Gallo did not get everything on that. In fact, he had to reach back and finally got it over the net, and that timing really threw the timing out of the wall in front of him as well for Osseo as it drops off the deflection just below the wall. Point goes to the Rebels. Jallo with a save, or serve rather. A good top spin hit over the net that time for Osseo. It dropped just in front of a couple of the Rebels players. 6-3, point goes to Osseo. Kill, miss hit. Threw the timing off altogether. I'm not sure if one of the blockers in front deflected that. But wow, that hit the right spot. He didn't catch a true or flush on that kill attempt, but it was just enough, just like an off-speed pitch. 6-4 lead Osseo. Rebels with the serve. A good dig coming all the way back, and wow, punishing display there. Now back to within one is 6-5. The Rebels, and with the serve. Thielen with that serve. Near side. Some serious hops on that kill attempt by James Vang. Just hit the tape, could not get it over. First lead. We're at 6-6 now, tied. Dropping this one, collide a couple of the Osseo players. That leaves that far side open all alone. A beautiful strike that time by Jackson Hardy. He fires that one home. The officials are going to take a moment here and have a discussion or fix the equipment. I think it's going to be the latter. So it does sound like more volleyball tomorrow here on QCTV. That'll take place at Andover. The Huskies compete in Section 7. The first round of section play for the boys' inaugural season, high school volleyball. Ready now. Equipment has been set. Jaden Vang, one of their better servers, gets it over here for Osseo. Good dig, good kill, but over the net. I think Champlin Park was over the net and hit it, and the point's going to go to Osseo. I'm not sure what that signal was, but apparently I was wrong. I don't know if we can see that again in slow-mo, but you can certainly see that head official does not agree with the appeal by Osseo. So we are tied at 7-7 here in this fourth set. Here's a look right here on the return. It appeared to be a point for Osseo, but they'll have it back here. Rebels on the serve already. A good block save sent over. That far side by Lohr. Beautiful little spinner. Osseo reciprocates with. Good dig down low, out of bounds. Point for the Rebels. And the Rebels with the serves well. A 1-point lead. First time the Rebels have had the lead here in this set. Set number 4. They lead 2-1. Dialing it up. A good punishing by Osseo, but a good wall, even better to send it back over by the Rebels. Far side, lower. Rockets. Another kill. Dials it up and rockets home. Great vertical, both on his approach to the ball and then how it quickly descended to the court. Returns on the serve here for Osseo. They chip it across. Front line, far side. Lohr just kind of on a backhand over the top. Chance here for set for a good kill attempt. Coming down, that time he came down on the net. Went for the kill, did tango, but I think he just literally hit the tape and the top of that tape of that net, and it sent it right back. So that point, we'll give the ball back on the serve to Osseo. They're down by 1, and they serve it promptly right into the net on a service attempt that time by Variance Tau. Two-point lead, Rebels. 10-8. Yang on that serve. They'll get it back over. Yang, nope, he'll hang. Setter in front. Getting the height, sending it over. Lohr on the kill was deflected by the wall, so it hit the court, and we're up to a point here for the Rebels. 11-8, 11-8. Chen Xing Yang again on an off-speed serve, trying to drop it right over the top of the tape. Osseo down the line, misses, just wide on the attempt. Timeout taken here by Osseo. They want to stop any momentum. Do not want to let that advantage to get beyond 4. They have trailed by as many as 6. They trailed by 6 in that third set, came back. Ended up losing by 2, but they trailed by 5 in that second set and came back to take a 25-23 win. Thanks for joining us. It's the rap group of Dan, Tony, Mark, joining us here tonight on the cameras and look at the broadcast schedule, live and local. Coming up on the 28th, also on the 28th. I think we were scheduled to have the baseball tomorrow. Duluth East versus Andover. That is a good matchup. The Huskies, the number 2 seed team in Section 7 4A. Perhaps we will still have that. It might have been changed, but we'll check on that before the end of the broadcast to Andover volleyball tomorrow night. Keep that pending. Meanwhile, boys volleyball, it's at Anoka on the following night, 29th. We're back in play. Save. Osseo approaches on the attack. Deflects on that return off the wall. And now Osseo will get the serve. Trying to cut into the 3-point deficit. They start with a point there at the tap down on the ball. Making a run, here come the Orioles. Far side, pow! Bam, unleashes another kill. That comes off of his hand so quickly and violently. It's Lohr with another kill. Ball back on a serve to the Rebels. Jump serve. A save. Just over the top, an easy tip down for Tadros. Right there, had both hands set and just tipped down on that loose ball near the net for the point. Back in, quickly substituting in. Jackson Hardy back to the front line. He's had an impressive night. 1-point lead, 13-12 for the Rebels. A serve, Tadros. Heavy serve, good top spin. Dropping it back near side, and Williams, Mikey with that tip over. Osseo feverishly gets set for the return. A good kill shot that time. The return to try to dig it went into the netting. And we're at 13-13. Osseo tries to regain a lead. Kill attempt on the dig, tries to stay it alive. And Osseo lofts it over. Far side. Good kill, went far corner. And he found a nice little divot just inside the far corner that time by Powell. Rebels reclaim the lead now at 14-13 and have the serve. They're down. That is Osseo by a 2-1 set margin. Beautiful jump serve. On that back line, save those Lohr. Down low, the dig, the reset, power back, save, rocket at that time. Stonewalled by the block at that time by the Rebels. Beautiful block to reciprocate and send it back. Launch back deep, Tadros gets it to the front line. A redirect, tip over. Far side, jettison and tip down. Near side, unleashing, hits the wall. Stonewalled on that kill attempt by Jackson Hardy. That point will go with the Rebels. on just a vicious serve coming here by Eric Lohr. A 2-point lead for the Rebels, and he hits it into the net. Losing a point and the service, 15-14. Osseo in set number 4 trying to tie this up. Braylon Tao with the left-handed serve. Lofton is up, redirects back, and a double hit. Reclaiming now a 2-point lead, the Rebels at 16-14. And they will have the serve. Getting a chance for the serve is Yao Lohr, a freshman. Yao Lohr gets up and puts it into the net and gives it back. Back in, one and done for Yao. They cut that 2-point deficit in half. Does Osseo on that service error, and they get the serves back. Richard Tao goes deep, nearing the net, and the point was given a double hit on that initial return. So we're tied at 16-16. Neither team wants to get that clear breakaway and stack some points. Let's see if Osseo can do it here. A left-hand serve by Tao. Powell finds a home far side of the court, plants it just inside that sideline. Well struck. Again, another case where it's not always the velocity, but the location pays off there for the Rebels. And they regain the lead now at 17-16 in the serve. Thiling walking the ladder, hits that one awry. Got to the top of the net. Did Hardy, but couldn't quite capitalize, just wide. 2-point lead, and Osseo counters. I didn't see the call. Trying to see what that call was because they gave the point to Osseo. Osseo has the point, and now just a 1-point deficit and the serve. Jaden goes wide on that serve. He thought, and that looked close, very close, like it could have hit some powder versus that paint that's on the floor. 2-point lead, 19-17, and here come the Rebels trying to capture their second consecutive match. Down low, punishing kill shot that time by the Rebels. They get possession of the ball back again on the serve. The Rebels have lost 7 straight matches. Their last was a win against the Osseo team back on April 23rd. Quick flick over on the transition. They're going to call a double hit as Tango tried to maybe do that too quickly. Tied once again, 19-19. Service, Osseo. A little too close to the net, nice save, and running it over was Lohr. Deflects off the kill attempt. And the point goes away for Osseo. Up by 1, and the serve. Far side, bam time. Wow, lights out. When he gets to that level on his kill attempt as he attacks the ball, does Lohr, there just seems like there's no denying. He's so accurate with it. So welcome to 2020. That's the score. Tied here in this 4th set, that's right. Not the year 2020, but the score 2020. Ready for the service here, the Rebels. Too long. 21-20 lead after that service error by the Rebels. Osseo, their service. Tipped over by Lohr. Now near side. Whoa! What? A fastball that was uncorked that time by Brennan Tatros. He has been heating it up on that front line here in this third set. That point gave Osseo now a 2-point lead at 22-20, a timeout for the Rebels in this, the fourth set. A 2-1 set lead here for the Rebels. As I mentioned, they have lost their last 7 matches. Their last win came on April 23rd, and that was a 3-0 sweep over this Osseo team. Other wins are 5-14. The Rebels, their other wins have come across St. Cloud Tech, Robbinsdale Armstrong, Centennial, and United Christian. The winner of this match advances to play Rogers, the number 1 seed in Section 8, on May 29th. Both teams back on the floor. 22-20. Osseo, the lead and the serve. Elevating, escalating, and getting the deflection out of play on the dig attempt by Osseo after Lohr elevates for another kill. Point goes to the Rebels, 22-21. Vega Yang on this serve. Deflected up front and no one home. Mikey Williams that time just got enough on it to get it over. And up front, the Rebels got a piece of it. I think they felt that suspended it just enough for someone to get to it, but it dropped in front of a couple of Rebel players. Now a 23-21 lead. Tadros with the serve in the lead for Osseo. Powell extends, stretches, leans to his left, and goes back to the right for the kill. Wow, guns up on that kill. Nice play by Powell. Now back to within 1 in the serve. 23-22 Lohr on this serve. Takes a little off of that one. Into the net. Tying it up. Unable to get that balance and get at it the way he wanted. That time for the Osseo squad, Nicholas Yang Vang. Service by Lohr. Trying to tip over, and it comes right back the wall. Great job. Stonewalled. Nice athletic move by Hardy, who had to kind of alter his body on that piece. They give the point as it fell off the line to Osseo. So my bad. Here, chance. A chance for the set win, 24-23. Tao, left-handed serve. Near side. Powell rears back, ties it up at 24-24. Service back to the Rebels. And Mo Jallo. Mo Jallo with the serve. Rebels have tied it up here, 24-24. Set number 4. Reaching back, a good dig. Sent over, footwork not there for Powell, so he just sends it over on the tip. Redirect, trying to find the gap. Osseo near side. Powell reciprocates back with the same. Not here, good dig by Jallo. Now finally sending it just over the Rebels on the front line, trying to reach back, get a one-hand save. Now they need to get it over. Jallo comes over and does that. Near side, reaching up, Jackson gets the deflection, and the point goes to Osseo. They had the wall set, did the Rebels. And unfortunately there, it was Hardy who made a nice move and get enough on it. Serving for the second set, Osseo. Ready for the return. Powell, two-hand push over. Near side, another redirect left-handed attempt there. Reaching back too long, and we are tied. That fourth set goes 26-24 to Osseo. Fifth set approaching in just a moment. Do not go away. 2 sets apiece. More high school volleyball coming your way.
I feel like our biggest goal and like what we want to bring into this season is kind of just like not keeping our expectations too high, because I feel like last year just us winning almost every game except for one kind of held our standards too high. So I feel like we kind of just need to be more focused on like what's going on right now rather than like what's gonna happen. I think our way we're gonna improve to get better this year is just continuing to work on our stick skills and working on passing more. I feel like our biggest thing that we're gonna have to work on now is just chemistry.
It's all about creating an environment and a culture, and if we can do that and support the girls in an activity, I think it's super important to me for them to have a great experience. I want to have a program that's strong in fundamentals as well as our culture.
The thing I like most about my teammates is that they just feel like family, and I'm like I can be myself around them, and we all have a lot of fun together. These next 2 seasons I'll be like going 110% every day to prepare for college, and we'll be in the weight room a bunch. We have like a trainer that trains our teams, and we like lift and do like conditioning and stuff like that. So that's what I'll be doing to prepare for college.
I like the culture and the positivity that we have. You're not going to find a team that has better positivity than us. I'm excited for us to develop as a team throughout the season on both sides of the field.
If we can build them up and they can feel good about their skills, that's certainly going to help their overall confidence, because I want them to leave here with confidence to know that they can do anything that they put their minds to.
QCTV Sports here. This the 5th set. The winner advances to play Rogers, and this the Section 8 matchup for boys high school volleyball. Loser will call it a season. These 2 teams have met twice previously, and they have split. A 2-0 win for Osseo, a 3-0 win for the Rebels. Rebels attempting to break a 7-match losing streak. And Osseo just keeps battling. Just keeps coming at it here. So they'll play to 15 here on this 5th and final set. Greg to bring it to you here on QCTV. Nice jump serve by Osseo. Far side, winding up. Beautiful block. A good wall, and the deflection goes out of play, out of bounds, and the point goes to the Rebels, who jumps up early when it's an abbreviated final set here. Every point that much more significant. Serve over by the Rebels. Far side. Beautifully placed. Tadros. Tadros has been on fire. Hammers that one to the far corner, and he now is rewarded with not only a point, but a serve attempt. Gets it over. Good topspin. Reciprocating with some serious vertical and hammering it down for the kill once again. The kills continue to climb for the Rebels. And that one again by Lohr. Turn it quickly back over on the service air. Does Eric Lohr. So now it's a 2-2 tie and a serve. Osseo. That's Braylon Tao. And they try to drip it. Good dig by Tao. On that far side, a miss hit, but it hits that far corner and gets the point to the Rebels. I was going to point it out earlier, but Tao on the season, as I mentioned, 189 coming into tonight's match. Braylon Tao, 189 digs, and we've seen at least 15 from him tonight already. Back line sent over by Tadros. This one, Powell into kill, hits the beam up top. Still control, good focus by Osseo. The return over just wide. And that extends the Rebels' lead now to 4-2. Jallo with the serve. Near side, beautifully done. A sharpshooter of a kill that time. Wow. With conviction. Variance Tao. Not much room to work with when you try to hit that kill shot that sharply and at that angle. Well done. 4-3 lead Rebels, but Osseo with the serve. Miscue on the return. Ran up that time the elbow of Lohr, and we're tied at 4-4. Set number 5. The 8-12 Osseo squad. Trying to take a lead here in the 5th set. That side and service error that time. On the service by Richard Tao. Not only will give the Rebels the serve, but the lead at 5-4. Coming into tonight, by the way, just looking at attack kills on the season, the top was Owen Barnett of Hopkins with 440 kills on the season. Almost 80 more than the next second place finisher in kills. Walking the ladder, the kill attempt and the block. Tag team on that block. Jackson Hardy, wow, did he elevate? But point goes to the Rebels and the serve. 6-4 into the net, off balance. That was James Vang trying to regroup. A timeout taken here by the coaching staff for Osseo. And the coaches, Stephen Perkins, along with game day coach Rachel O'Neill. Some great insight from Stephen Perkins before the game on his players. A little quick need to know by Joe, right? A need to know by Joe for the matchup is this is really kind of the 3rd season for volleyball for Osseo. Their first season, I think they won 1 match. Their second season, they won 2 matches, and this in the 3rd. They've elevated their play to 8. That's the need to know by Joe. And you see that progression. And he said you're seeing that growth and that development of boys high school volleyball and the talent. And thank you, Trinity, back in the studio for that nice graphic on the Joe need to know. But you're seeing that development across the state. Some wonderful volleyball taking place. Witnessed here tonight. 2 sets apiece. This number 5, and it's a 3-point lead for the Rebels, 7-4 in this 5th, and they're serving. Putting it across, determined to get that over. Without a return was Jackson Hardy. Outstanding play. Osseo gets the point and the serve. 7-5, down by 2, a jump serve by Jaden. Walking here, beautifully blocked, and the point off the deflection that lands inbounds. Rejected, roofed, shall we say, by Osseo on that block. Back to within 1. Jaden Vang again on the serve. They try to just pooch it over the top. Does the Rebels reciprocating with a 2-hand tip. Osseo gets a chance here to set. Tao sends it back over to the corner. Back again, too long. On that kill attempt on the back line by Eric Lohr. Didn't quite get the lift or the leverage on top of that ball to keep it kind of in command with conviction. We're tied 7-7 in here. The 5th set, I would expect nothing less when these two teams compete. Far side, walking the ladder, beautifully blocked. Outstanding front wall, and this one's long as they send it back. That's a timeout once again going to be taken here by the Rebels. And now, since the last timeout, they have come up with 4 unanswered points, and they have taken an 8-7 lead in this, the 5th set. I'd mentioned earlier, too, that the schedule had us covering Andover baseball. A change has taken place. That was going to be Andover baseball in section play versus Duluth East tomorrow. It'll stay in Andover, only it'll be volleyball. And the boys volleyball team play at 6 o'clock against Centennial in their first round of Section 7 boys volleyball and postseason play. So wanted to set that record straight as we got an update. So we will take you now back to a serve. And that's with Osseo. Osseo looking for win number 9. Meanwhile, Champlin Park looking to move off the schneid of 7 straight match losses. 8-7. Osseo with the lead and the serve. Drops it in. Far side. Approaching the net on the attack. The Rebels punishing the ball and the wall. Sends it straight down on the Osseo side, tied at 8-8. Curtis Yang on that kill, and now on the serve. Rapidly sends it over. Tadros, his kill blocked, deflected back, far side. Trying to redirect, perfectly suspending himself in the air. Eric Lohr redirects it and tips it over for the point. Now a 9-8 lead for the Rebels. First to 15 takes the match. It's 2 aside here after 4 sets. Serve. Tao made that. Now it's sent over by Osseo. Good block on that kill attempt. Far side, this kill attempt. Trying to dig, unable to come up with it. Winding it up and hammering it as Eric Lohr uncorks another kill. 2-point lead for the Rebels. Serve, set, far side, near side. Now here, redirect, good dig to save. This one down and deep. Oh, they call that one in. That kill attempt successful for the Rebels. And again by Lohr. Service here by Yang, trying to contend his service streak. Punished. Good save. Right back over. Hits the tape. Comes back. Now Rebels loft it back to Osseo. Osseo A kill, block, good wall, sets, back again. Sent over, finding some open real estate on the court. This time not a kill, but a finesse shot by Lohr and the Rebels have put together a total of 5 straight points. 4 on the service, coming the way of Curtis Yang, the outside hitter, a senior here with the Rebels. The Rebels up 12-8, 3 points away from capturing a set and advancing on in section play to take on Rogers. And Rogers, number 4 in the state rankings. The most recent one I think we had that came out was number 1, Bloomington Jefferson. That was on 5/18 for the Star Tribune. 24-2. Then Eden Prairie, followed by Eastview. Then Rogers at 20-1. South St. Paul, number 5. Shakopee 6. Bemidji 7. St. Michael, Albertville 8. Spring Lake Park, number 9. And Anoka. Anoka is number 10 in the state. So back into play. Rebels trying to extend their service streak to 5 points. Directed underneath into the netting and able to get it over. The momentum took it over the top of the net. Unbelievable save by Osseo. They'll wind one up here. And a dig after the deflection. In front, redirect. Back over, tangled, saved by Champlin Park. Kill attempt, good block at Still, right off the head. Osseo will not go away. Kill attempt, good dig by Dow. In front, far side, reaching back, getting the deflection, redirected just in front. That time of Jaden Vang, and the point goes. A long volley that time, and a point to Champlin Park. Up now by 5, 13-8. 6 unanswered points right now. They're on a momentum shift. Tadros with the kill. Takes it back, trying to tip straight down. Good save and over. Outstanding save by the Rebels. Tadros again likes this one. It goes off the wall, deflects into the Rebels zone on the court, and the point will be for Osseo. They'll get the service back. They trail 13-9. Service honors here will go to Variance Tau. Set, raining straight down. Wow, what vertical. What a collision with the ball on that kill. And that rocket fired to the floor. Match point, 14-9. 14-9 on the service for Yang, Chen-Seng Yang. Tadros high on his kill off the block. It lands off the court away from the line. So the point goes to Osseo. They continue to battle here. Both teams tied at 2 sets each. 14-10. The Rebels off the serve. Deflects. Hits the wall. It's blocked. And the deflection goes out of play. And it's a 15-10 fifth set win for the Rebels as they battle to snap a 7-match losing streak and defeat Osseo tonight. 3 sets to 2. What a thriller. That means just a couple of things there. As you can see, the 3 will come up for Champlin Park with that 15-10 win in this 5th and final set. Champlin now advances to take on Rogers in Section 8 play. That will be on the 29th in Rogers. Meanwhile, season has concluded for Osseo. Osseo ends their season 8-13, but they just continue to progress the program and the play overall. Meanwhile, for the Rebels, they win. They now go to 6 14 on the season and advance to play Rogers in the section playoff here for Section 8A. Thanks for joining us in the Cove crew here. It's been an extended play, some good competitive play, but a 3-2 set win for the Rebels in boys high school volleyball tonight. Joe Rulin along with Mark, Tony, and Dan and Trinity back at the studio. Thanks for joining us on this QCTV Sports presentation. Have yourself a Major League evening at a minor league price.